morning, children. The last topic in this lesson comparing quantities is compound interest. Let's review on the word interest. That is, you have learned about simple interest in your previous classes. The extra money you will receive or you will pay back when you deposit or borrow money from a bank or any person is termed as the interest. There are two types of interest. Number one, simple interest, and number two, compound interest. Let's review on the terms used in the simple interest, what you have learned. The money you receive or borrow is named as principal. The number of years for which you are receiving or you are lending or borrowing money is called the time, and the rate calculated by the bank, it will be always in a percentage. And so the simple interest is calculated using the formula P into R into T by 100, and the amount, the final amount will be principal plus interest. The difference in simple interest and compound interest is, even if you deposit the money for a longer period, the principal will always remains the same in case of simple interest, but in compound interest, it keeps on changing or it keeps on increasing based on the principal after each year. Let's see the difference how you are calculating the simple interest and by using the compound interest. Let the principal be 1000 rupees, the rate to be 5%, and you are depositing it for number of years as 2, or T is equal to 2. By simple interest, the formula is PRT by 100, which is the same as 1000 into 5 by 100 into 2, or 100, that is the amount you will be receiving after 2 years. That means the interest is 100 rupees and the amount you will be receiving is principal plus interest, or it is 1100 rupees. Whereas the compound interest calculation for the first year, n is equal to 1, that is 1000 into 5 by 100 into 1, that is 50 rupees. So what will be the amount you are receiving is 1050 after the first year. Now for the second year, the principal will be taken as 1050 instead of 1000 as in simple interest formula. So this interest will be 1050 into 5 by 100 into another 1 more year. You can see it is 52.5, or the amount you will be receiving at the end of this one is 1050 plus 52.5, $1,102.5, whereas in simple interest it is 1,100. So for such a small amount of 1000 rupees, there is an increase of 2.5 rupees for a period of 2 years. Thus, the compound interest makes a difference by changing the principal after every year, or the principal gets increased after every year. Compound interest is calculated using the formula as amount is equal to P into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of n when the interest is calculated annually. It will also be calculated half yearly, which means that twice a year they will calculate, so that the rate will become half and number of years will become double. Similarly, when it is calculated quarterly, rate becomes 1/4 and number of years will become 4 times. That is, if it is calculated half yearly, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 200 to the power of 2n, and when it is quarterly, A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 400 to the power of 4n, and you will be getting the amount by calculation, and the compound interest will be amount minus principal. Finally, the interest calculation is amount minus the principal which has been deposited or borrowed. We will be doing one pattern from the textbook exercise. Exercise 8.3. Exercise 8.3, question number 1. Calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 10,800. Principal is given as rupees 10,800 for 3 years. N is equal to 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. The rate is given as 12.5%. So when you substitute in the formula, A is equal to, and it is given annually. You mention it so that the formula whichever you have to apply can apply without making a mistake. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n, which is equal to 10,800 into 1 plus 12.5 can be written as 12 2s are 24 plus 1, 25 by 2, which is 25 by 2, and along with this 2, that 100, that means 25 by 200 to the power of 3, which is 10,800 into, first you can reduce this, then only take LCM. It is by 5, then 40, or it is 1 by 8. So 1 plus 1 by 8 to the power of 3, which is equal to 10,800 into 8 plus 1, 9 by 8 to the power of 3. Now you can simplify as 10,800 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8. You can simplify and then finally multiply. So by 2 is 4, 5,400, by 2, 2,700, 1,350, by 2 it will be 675. The remaining you can multiply and divide and get the final answer. You will be receiving the answer as amount is equal to rupees 15,377.34 as the amount. The interest will be calculated as 15,377.34 minus 10,800. That is rupees 4,577.34. So after reducing it and taking LCM, you can simplify as much possible. The remaining you will multiply and divide. That will give you the answer for the amount. Interest is equal to, the formula is amount minus principal. The B section of question number 1, you can see another type of question. The principal is given as 18,000. Rate is given as 10%. The compound interest is calculated annually and the number of years is 2.5 years. In such case, you will calculate the compound interest for 2 years, and the next half year you will calculate the simple interest and then the amount totally we will get. Let's proceed. The principal is equal to 18,000 n is equal to 2 years and rate is equal to 10%, we will apply compound interest formula. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n, 18,000, 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power of 2, 18,000 into 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 into 11 by 10, or you will get the amount as 121 into 18. As 21,780 as the amount after 2 years. And now for the half year, you will calculate the interest with this amount. I is equal to, by simple interest formula, PRT by 100, that is 21,780 into the rate all same into half year. You will calculate the remaining half year by simple interest formula, or you will be getting as divided by 2, 1089 rupees. So what will be the total amount is 21,780 plus 1,089, that is rupees 22,869 rupees, and the interest will be 22,869 minus 18,000 rupees, 4,869. So this is the direct application of the formula annually when the number of years is a whole number as well as the number of years is an improper fraction or a mixed number. So you will calculate the whole period with the compound interest formula, and the remaining time of the year you will calculate by simple interest formula. The next pattern of calculation is to find the compound interest half yearly. Question number 1, C. When the principal is given as 62,500, n is equal to 1.5 years, rate is equal to 8%, half yearly. So the formula is amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 200 to the power of 2n, which is equal to 62,500 into 1 plus rate is 8 by 200 to the power of 2n, 2 into 2 plus 1, 3 by 2, or it becomes double. 62,500 into, you can reduce it as 2 by 4 by 100, again 2 by 50, 1 by 25, or 1 plus 1 by 25 to the power of 3, 62,500 into 26 by 25, LCM is 25 plus 1, 26 by 25, 26 by 25 into 26 by 25. You can cancel, you can simplify 25 into 25 as 625, and then you can again simplify the remaining 100 with 25, and you will be receiving the amount as, after calculation, as rupees 70,304. You can multiply and divide and you will get the answer as 70,304. Therefore, interest is equal to amount minus principal, that is 70,304 minus 62,500. 18 is 8 and 69 minus 2, 7. Rupees 7,804 will be the compound interest. Similar questions you can do as D and D on your own. Question number 2. Kamla borrowed rupees 26,400 from a bank. Rupees 26,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at the rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. The rate is given as 15%. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 year 4 months? At the end of 2 year and 4 months to clear the loan. 2-year 4 months. So as we discussed earlier, we will calculate for 2-year with the direct compound interest annual formula. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N, which is equal to 26,400 into 1 plus 15 by 100 to the power of 2, 26,400 with 5, 3 by 20 into 23 by 20 into 23 by 20. So 2 zeros by 2, 132, 1, it is 66, which is equal to rupees 529 into 66. 9 6 are 54, 12 plus 5 17, 31, 6 9s are 54, 12 plus 5 17, 31 7, 34,914. And now with this principle you will be calculating for another 4 months interest as I is equal to PRT by 100, which is equal to 34,914 into 15 by 100 into 4 months is the same as 4 by 12, which is equal to 34,914 into 15 by 100 into 1 by 3. 9 plus 1 10, 14, 14 plus 4 18 plus 3 21. So 5, it is divisible with 3 also, by 20, or by 2 into 10. The 10 we will use for shifting the decimal place. It is 1, 7, 2 4s are 8, 5, 10 and 17. So 0.7 rupees as the interest. And the question is, what amount she will have to pay at the amount. The amount she has to pay, that is 34,000, the amount will be 34,914 plus 1,745.7. She will have to pay back rupees 36,659.70 at the end of 2-year 4 months. Question number 3. It's a comparative study of simple interest and compound interest. Fabina borrows rupees 12,500 at 12% per annum for 3 years at simple interest, and Radha borrows same amount for same time period at 10% per annum, compounded annually. Who pays more interest and by how much? Both of them are borrowing. So there are 2 persons involved here, Fabina, and the second person is Radha. Rupees 12,500. The principal is rupees 12,500 at rate is 12% and number of years is 3, and by simple interest, by the simple interest, I is equal to 12,500 into 12 by 100 into 3, which is the same as 125 into 36. 6 5s are 30, 15, 7, 15, 2 3s are 6, 7, 3. Into 36. That means the interest is rupees 4,500. Whereas Radha borrows the same amount for the same time period at 10%. Same amount. 12,500 for the same time period. Number of years is 3 and the rate is 10%. Rate is 10% compounded annually. So what is the amount? It is 12,500, 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 3 12,500 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10, the two zeros. Let's leave this 10, 125 into 1331 into 125, 15, 16, 6, 2, 6, 6, 2, 1, 1, 3 is 3, 3, 1. 12 plus 1, 13, 12 plus 1, 13 plus 3, 16, 6, 1. Divided by 10. That means 16,637.5 is the amount, or interest is equal to 16,637.5 minus 12,500. That is rupees 4,137.5. The question is, who pays more interest and by how much? So looking into that, you can understand that Fabina has paid rupees 4,500 and Radha has paid rupees 4,137.5. Therefore, Fabina paid more by how much? You will subtract as 4,500.00 minus 4,137.50. 994 263 by rupees 362.50. The remaining part of the exercise also, all the questions based on compound interest calculated annually or half yearly, we will select and do it by the next class.